Forecast. I'm Joseph, the host of the UFC Forecast. Missing the co-host Loaf tonight, but I'm going to give you the early predictions and betting breakdown. Stay tuned because we're going to do a midweek show this week. Loaf's going to come over tomorrow night or Wednesday night, and we're going to shoot his predictions and give a UFC 284 recap. Make sure you smash the like button and suplex the subscribe button. I'm going to pull up my SHOEY bet from last week. I lost. I took Josh Emmett against Yair Rodriguez. I'm surely regretting that now. Well, Loaf's 8 in a row. Yair Rodriguez, he got the second round submission. And I'm due for a SHOEY. My dog of the week, Josh Emmett. He didn't get it done. This is going to be fucking gross.
Spill none of that now.
Here we go, boys. Mouth is pretty dry.
You just spit this shit. Go on, Donnie.
Oh, yeah.
The foam.
Make sure you rehydrate this week with Prime. I got 2 bottles right here. Or even Powerade. I'm drinking that tonight. And Cocaine Bear. It's in theaters February 24th. And first up, we got Dana White Contender Series prospect Clayton Carpenter. He's 6-0 and a 130 favorite against Colombian Juancamilo Ronderos. He's 4-1. He is training at Extreme Couture, training with pretty good guys and stuff like that. But I think Clayton Carpenter is going to get the finish here inside the distance. He has 2 knockouts and 2 submissions. He has a submission by knee bar and armbar. He's very good on the ground and on the feet. He's always looking for that finish. He has very good kicks too. In the Dana White Contender Series, he got tagged on the feet because he was impatient. I'll pull up the picture there. His eye got banged up. But Juancamilo will not be a problem on the feet here. He's a little suspect on the ground, like David Dvorak submitted him with 1 arm. And I think Clayton Carpenter will submit him too. But inside the distance is definitely the safest play in this fight. And next up, we got AJ Fletcher. He lost his last 2 fights to start off his UFC campaign. Both decision losses, one to Matt Semlisberger, the other to Ange Lusa. He was supposed to win those fights, but he didn't. And he's going to be fighting Zimbabwe's Themba Gorimbo. But I think Fletcher gets it back in the win column here, man. He's going to get this one done by knockout. He had that impressive flying knee knockout. He has 4 submissions to back it up too, so you could play it inside the distance. I think he's going to find the chin of Themba Gorimbo. He has a 9-inch reach advantage. He's kind of sloppy on the feet. He lost all 4 of his amateur fights, and in 3 of them he got finished. He was an EFC champion, and he was a former Blood Diamond, but I don't really think he's a UFC prodigy. Both these guys have some pretty low-level wins, but I'm siding with the better wrestler, AJ Fletcher. He averages 2 takedowns. He's going to be the more powerful striker. And it's only 1 shot, and Themba Gorimbo gets knocked out here. He has 1 knockout loss in the EFC, so his chin is questionable. He's pretty sloppy on the feet. I can definitely see AJ Fletcher getting this one done by knockout. And next up, we got my lock of the week, Nazim Sadykhov, 7-1. This guy's the real deal, coming off the Dana White Contender Series win by knockout. He has 5 knockouts, 3 in the first round, 2 in the third round. He's definitely going to get this one done by knockout here. This is definitely lock of the week play for me. Looking to go 3 in a row here. He's going to be fighting Elvin Elder, who has a 2-5 striking differential, 33% striking defense, and a 45% accuracy. He's not going to stand much of a chance against Nazim Sadykhov on the feet. Nazim's training with the much better guys here at Longo and Weidman MMA. Guys like Merab Divashvili, Aljamain Sterling. So he's not going to have much trouble here against Elvin Elder. He has a 65% striking defense and a 77% takedown defense. He's going to look flawless in this fight and get it done by a knockout. So let's smash that all day long. Let's make it 3 in a row for lock picks for Joseph. And next up, we got the gun-shy Ovince St. Preux and a little bit out of his prime against Philipe Lins, a 140 favorite, coming off that unanimous decision win to Marcin Prachnio, where he got 4 takedowns in that fight. He's going to get the takedowns here and win this by a decision. Ovince St. Preux is going to be tough to finish, and he's likely not going to find the knockout against Philipe Lins, who lost 4 to the 5 by knockout. He had 4 wins in the PFL, 3 finishes there. Could have been on the roids, I'm pretty sure, but in the UFC here, He's looking all right coming down from heavyweight. Has 100% takedown defense, so he's not going to get taken down against Ovince St. Preux. This should be a pretty easy win for Philipe Lins on the scorecards. On the other hand, Ovince St. Preux, he's putting up less than 3 strikes a minute. The judges are not going to side with him, and this is probably going to be his retirement fight, I'd say. 39 years old. It's been a hell of a career. He's fought a lot of good guys, but, you know, he can't keep it up any longer. He looks very gun-shy, and he definitely needs a knockout in this fight to win here. And next up, we got Lowe's Lock of the Week. Khusein Askhabov from Chechnya, 23-0. This guy's the real deal, man. 166. That's a crazy good price for him. 6 knockouts, 10 submissions, and Jamal Emmers has been finished 4 times. 2 by knockout. Once to Julian Arosa, the other to Thiago Moises. He has 2 submission losses as well, but he has 100% takedown defense somehow, and he averages 3 takedowns. But this is just going to be the story of levels to the game. The Chechnyan wrestler is going to be much better than the American wrestler here. Askhabov's training at American Top Team and Tiger Muay Thai, so he's training with a lot of good people. He has heavy kicks. He's definitely a good lock of the week play. Low's going to be 9 in a row. I'm going to pull up his last 8. I would have locked in on Askhabov if Loaf didn't. This guy's the real fucking deal, man. I don't see Jamal Emmers winning this fight at all. He lost a split decision to Gija Chikazde, but, you know, there's levels to this game. I think Khusein Askhabov is much better than Gija Chikazde. And even though Jamal took Gija down twice, I don't think he's going to take Khusein down at all. This is going to be a dominant win for Askhabov against Jamal Emmers. Next up, we got another women's fight. Lina Lansberg from Sweden and Mayra Bueno Silva from Brazil. Silva's coming off the submission in the first round to Stephanie Egger by armbar. I think she gets another submission win here. She has 6 out of the 9 wins by a submission. She's only lost 2 fights by a decision. Lina Lansberg, she is a Muay Thai world champion. 4 knockouts, 6 decision wins, but she can't defend a takedown to save her life or to save her UFC contract. She has a 48% takedown defense, 3 knockout losses, never submitted, but she's going to be submitted after Saturday night. Bueno Silva's going to have no trouble on the ground with her. And what's surprising to me is Bueno Silva has no takedowns in the UFC. She usually capitalizes by the other girl taking her down and then her pulling the submission. I think she gets another submission win here against Lina Lansberg. I'll be looking to sprinkle some money on that for sure. And make sure to smash the like button, suplex the subscribe button. I really appreciate that support. If you want to join our Patreon, the link's in the description below. It's $5 a month for early access to all of our bets, parlays, lock picks. There's no tiers. It's just $5 flat a month. There was 4 cards this month, so you would have got your money's worth. And next up, we got my underdog of the week, Jim Miller, against Alexander Hernandez, coming in on short notice. And a pretty quick turnaround for him. Just got knocked out to Billy Quarantillo. I don't think he should be coming back this quick, especially against Jim Miller, who just won his last 3 fights by finish. 2 of them were knockouts. He has 6 knockouts and 19 submissions. I think he's getting this one done inside the distance. Hernandez has been chinny, and on the ground he got submitted by Money Moicano in the second round there. His last 2 wins were in the first round by knockout. He's went 5 for 10 in the UFC. Somehow he beat number 4 ranked Beneil Dariush by knockout in the first. But Jim Miller, he's been here since 2008. He won his last 3 fights, like I said, by finish. I think he's going to get this one done. I'm leaning submission right now, but he definitely could crack the chin of Alexander Hernandez and get this one done. This is way too quick of a turnaround for Hernandez. I don't like it at all. And when I seen 240 for Jim Miller, I thought the odd makers were on the wrong side of this fight. I'm going to grab that all day long. He's my underdog of the week. Let's smash that inside the distance. And next fight, we pretty well got to pick him here. It's Marcin Prachnio coming off the unanimous decision loss to Philipe Lins, like I said. He's going to be fighting the powerhouse and William Knight. I don't know how this guy is going to make 205. Last time he tried to make 205, he was 12 pounds overweight against Maxim Grishin. I can't believe they still let that fight go on. William Knight's pretty hard to trust, but he hits like a truck, and he's built like a truck. Look at the fucking size of this guy. One shot, it's over. He has 9 knockouts. I'm thinking he'll get the knockout against Marcin Prachnio. He's 2-6 in the UFC with 4 knockout losses. He had a stint there with 3 knockout losses, all in the first round. I think William Knight's going to touch his chin and sleep him in this fight. I know a lot of people think William Knight's on the decline, but this guy still has power. I would not be counting him out. And I know on Instagram he was a little fired up. He went private there for a bit. But I think he's going to start putting it together here. And this is just a situation where Marcin Prachnio, he doesn't take shots very well. I'll pull that video up. You know, a couple elbows and punches, and this one can be over pretty quick. William Knight has the power to do it. He's a serious powerhouse. He's going to get this one done by knockout, TKO. Let's sprinkle some money on that. And now we got the heavy hitters, Josh Parisian and Jamal Pogues. Pogues is training at Syndicate MMA. He's training with really good guys. He averages 3.5 takedowns. He has 100% takedown defense. His last loss was to Alex Polizzi, who just fought Yoel Romero. So that's a very good loss to have, in my opinion. No shame in that one. He had the Dana White Contender Series win there by unanimous decision. I definitely think this is going to be another unanimous decision win for him. It's going to be tough to put out Josh Parisian. He has 11 knockouts. He's going to be looking for that knockout. But his striking defense is 41%. Jamal Pogues has 4 knockouts, 1 submission, and 4 decisions. I'm leaning the decision in this fight. Parker Porter was able to beat Josh Parisian by a decision there. He put up the most strikes for heavyweights in that fight. Pogues, like I said, training at Syndicate MMA. He's going to be well prepared for this fight, and he's going to be able to get this one done. Next up, we got Lowest Underdog of the Week. And I'm not kidding about this either. We got the Beverly Hills Ninja against Zach Paga. Lowe's locked in on his underdog here. Jordan Wright, inside the distance. He has 100% finish rate. He has 7 knockouts and 5 submissions. He's a karate-style fighter, but he's been knocked out in 3 fights. Very chinny. He's been gassing out. He has a submission loss on there. His last 3 fights were all losses. And Zach Paga, he was on the Ultimate Fighter against Muhammad Usman at heavyweight. Got knocked out, but he's coming back to light heavyweight. And you absolutely can't trust Jordan Wright's chin in this fight. It's made of absolute glass. Zach Paga has an impressive 6-2 striking differential. He has a 70% striking defense. So when the Beverly Hills Ninja tries to come in and strike, he's going to be very technical and defensive and avoid that power. He has 100% takedown defense. And Jordan Wright, he's going to be looking to take it to the ground like he did in the prior fights. But it's going to be a huge mistake. He's not going to get Zach Paga down. And I really see Zach Paga finishing him. His chin's just so bad, man. I can't believe Lowe's taking him as an underdog of the week. And I wish he was here so I could chirp him. Like, this is such a bad pick for Loaf. And now it's time for the main event. Short notice. Jessica Andrade against Erin Blanchfield, the nasty grappler. And does anybody know if she's from Dagestan or not? Because this girl, man, she looks like the real fucking deal. No doubt about it. And if she gets a win here, you know, she deserves a title shot. But I really don't know if she's going to be able to take down Jessica Andrade. She has really good experience and only lost to former champions and champions recently. She has serious power. She has a black belt. You know, she just fought at UFC 283 in Brazil. She looked very good against Lauren Murphy. Pieced her up in that fight. Completely dominated that one. She's a contender at flyweight and at strawweight. I really think she's going to get the best of Erin Blanchfield here. She has 9 knockouts, 8 submissions, and 7 decisions. Don't forget, Jessica Andrade has a 73% takedown defense. It's not easy to take her down, and if you're willing to take her down, you're going to have to wear some shots. She has serious power. And Erin Blanchfield's chin's going to be tested. And if Blanchfield can get this one done, she definitely deserves a title shot. Erin Blanchfield isn't going to be able to take her down like she did Molly McCann and put her in a crucifix. Andrade is going to be a hell of a lot tougher than her last 3 opponents. You know, she's not a J.J. Aldridge. So I'm all over Jessica Andrade in this spot. And now we're on to the locks and dogs of the week. I'm going to be locking in Nazim Sadykhov. 7-1, 161 favorite from Azerbaijan. This guy's the real fucking deal, man. He has 5 knockouts, 3 of them in the first round, 2 in the third round. In the Dana White Contender Series, he finished Buddy in the third round there. Training with really good guys at Longo and Wyman MMA, like Aljamain Sterling, Merab Devashvili. And they're definitely giving him the insight here. He's going to know what to do in the UFC. And he's definitely a guy to look out for. He's my lock of the week, and I'm going to be 3 in a row. He's going to have no troubles against Elvin Elder in this fight here. Next up, we got Los Lock of the Week, bound to be 9 in a row here, with Khusein Askhabov, 23-0, undefeated prospect, and crazy good value too, 166 on the money line. This guy's the real deal with 6 knockouts, 10 submissions. He should have next to no trouble with Jamal Emmers. And next up, we got Los Dog of the Week. I don't agree with this one at all. It's the Beverly Hills Ninja Jordan Wright, 325. And it's probably going to be even better inside the distance if you're looking to play that at 100% finish rate. But I don't see him winning this fight at all, and there's a reason why he's 325. His chin's made out of glass. And this is a terrible Dog of the Week for Loaf after not looking too sharp with Francisco Prado last weekend. And next up, we got my underdog of the week. I know I've been doing pretty shitty at my underdogs and they haven't been barking, but at 240, how can you not take Jim Miller? He's going to get this done inside the distance. Alex Hernandez coming in here short notice. Lost his last 2 fights. Just got finished to Billy Quarantillo by TKO in December. This is not a good idea to come in against Jim Miller, a guy with 19 submissions and power in the hands still. And I'm super high and confident on Jim Miller this week. I think this is totally a winnable fight for him. He was almost going to be my lock underdog of the week, but I didn't risk it. I'm bound to be 3 in a row with Nazim Sadykhov. But at 240, Jim Miller, he's an incredible underdog to take. And make sure you check out our UFC X Prime video. We did a reaction and review to these Prime drinks here. The official sports drink of the UFC, so go rehydrate with those. And like I said, Cocaine Bear, it's in theaters February 24th. Check that out. I really appreciate the support. Make sure you smash the like button, suplex the subscribe button, and we'll see you Tuesday night or Wednesday night. Lowe's going to be here for his predictions, and we're going to do a quick UFC 284 recap. Cheers.